What's up, guys? This is Sam, and today we're looking at 5 levels of picking, and I'm going to be demonstrating these ideas and concepts on acoustic, but they're really applicable to electric, probably even keyboard as well. And so I want to say up front, there's 2 things, I'm going to call them variables that are really important that can have a huge impact on each level, and that is dynamics and busyness, or the amount of notes. And so dynamics is how hard or how soft you play, and busyness we're looking at, a few notes or a lot of notes. And so those 2 things can have a big impact on all 5 levels. So for each of the 5 levels, I'm going to use some form or some voicing of the chords on the bridge of Build My Life. So our chords are going to be F, G, A minor, and C over E. So I'm going to use some version of those chords. So let's jump into level 1. So level 1 is really simple. You just pick through the chords in the progression using whatever shape or voicing or inversion you want to use of the chords. So let's try it now. 1, 2, 3, 4. Real simple. It gets the job done. It's really vanilla, but hey, it works. So let's do this. One of our 2 variables, busyness or movement, the amount of notes, let's add some more notes to the same pattern and see what happens. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So as you can see, using one of our 2 variables really gives level 1 a whole lot more movement, and it makes it more exciting. And as you can see, in the context of a song, it would move it forward a whole lot. So let's look at level 2. So level 2 is a little more difficult than level 1. What we're doing is we're adding a specific picking pattern to the same progression, and again, you can use whatever voicings or shapes you want to use. The variable that we're going to input here is going to be the busyness or the amount of notes. And so I'm going to show you a simple, slower moving pattern up front, and then I'm going to show you a busier one. So check this out. 1, 2, 3, 4. So real simple, but it's really appealing to our ear. There's more melodic change in there. There's more going on. So check it out now with some more movement, some more busyness. 1, 2, 3, 4. So the same chord voicings and a different, more movement, more notes pattern gives the song more movement. It propels it forward. So, you can use that variable to really elaborate on level 2. So that's level 2. So level 3 is incorporating open strings or drawn strings. And so I want to recommend up front, I would recommend using a 1, a 2, a 3, or a 5. I wouldn't use a 4, a 6, or a 7. They can cause too much tension and some clashes that you don't want. So let's jump in. I'm going to show you 2 examples using drawn strings. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. So as you can see there, I was droning my G and my E, which is my 5 and my 3, and it works really well. So now let's go to a more simple one. I'm going to drone just my 5, which is my open G. 1, 2, 3, 4. So the drone string almost acts as a pad, and so since we're on acoustic, there's not much ambience, but it kind of adds an ambience feel, and that's what's great about level 3. So let's look at level 4. Level 4 is adding chord extensions. So a typical chord is a 1, a 3, and a 5. And so extensions are the 2, or the 4, or the 6, or the 7, the 9, the 13, whatever. So the important thing here is that you have to begin to know and understand what your extensions are. So one thing that really helps with that is learning your major scales in all positions. And so we're going to have a video on that coming out pretty soon. So check that out. But if you already know, then you're set up for level 4. This is the level where you're going to add hammer-ons and pull-offs as well. So if you know how to do those, they really help a lot when it comes to chord extensions. So let's try it. 1, 2, 3, 4. So here's another example. 1, 2, 3, 4. And as you can see, they both have their place. They both really add a beautiful musical element. And so what's important, again, is knowing what your chord extensions are. So knowing your numbers, knowing where the scales are, so you can know how to expand, how to extend, and all of that. So that's level 4. So level 5 is my personal favorite. Level 5 takes the progression, so F, G, A minor, C over E, and we insert into it the development of a counter melody. So a counter melody is another melody that's happening underneath the main melody. So as you know, in the bridge of Build My Life, the melody goes, I will build my life upon your love. It is a firm foundation. So that's the melody that's happening. And so what we're doing underneath is creating an alternate or counter melody that gives some beautiful music movement and is exciting underneath the melody. So, and what we're going to do is develop that idea while the melody is being sung over it. So check this out. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's a simple version of level 5. I didn't really go crazy with what I was doing. I kept a pretty similar pattern. And the cool thing about developing a counter melody is it can be as intense or as, as difficult as you want it to be, but it can also be really simple. The thing to keep in mind is whatever your context is, if it's worship, if it's, another kind of, genre or whatever, you're going to make sure that your counter melody doesn't overtake the singing melody, the one that's most important. Especially if there is singing in front of what you're playing. So anyways, these are all 5 levels. These are incredibly applicable whether you're on electric, acoustic, keys, whatever. So I hope this helps you guys a whole lot. Thanks for watching. As always, appreciate you guys.